Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Keeping It Kosher. I'm Chef Tolan.
And I'm Chef Elon, and we're both the executive chefs of Madison and Park Hospitality Group, your premier destination for kosher catering.
Today's episode is going to be a little ode to salmon, okay? As delicious as it is, it's also versatile, high in protein, and high of those good fats that we hear so much about, right?
That's right.
Today we're going to be making two dishes. We're going to show you how to cure lox, and we're going to show you a classic Russian soup called ukha.
Yes, ukha is a fisherman style soup. You can use any kind of fish you want. We like to use salmon. A culinary buff would tell you never use salmon because it has too much fat, but we don't care because it tastes delicious. We're going to start with lox. Lox is about a 2 to 3 day process, and our father is actually the master of lox. He taught us everything he knew about it, and we are going to make one variation of that lox. So what is lox? Lox is a cured style fish. It comes originally from Scandinavia, but it was adopted by Jewish immigrants, especially Eastern European immigrants that came to America. They loved it, we love it. It became
a hallmark of New York culture. Like when you think about New York food, you think pastrami, obviously, but you also think the bagel and lox.
That's right, and lox became married to bagels, and it's just a perfect combination. It does not take a lot to make lox. It's actually extremely simple.
It just takes a long time.
Yes. So here we have a fillet, a salmon fillet, and all we're gonna do is drown it in salt. And when I say drown, I mean drown.
Yeah. This is like pretty much an entire box of kosher salt.
Yeah, this looks crazy what we're doing, but it's actually not going to be salty. It's going to be perfect.
This is muy importante.
Yes. Just going to completely cover it, and just for a little balance, we're going to add a little bit of sugar. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. If you want the curing process to go even faster, you can add a lot of sugar. Okay. Yeah, just massage that in there. Beautiful. Then you cover this and you leave it overnight.
So we're just going to put this away, and then later on we'll show you exactly what the next step is.
Okay, so we're going to get started on our ukha, and all it takes is a mirepoix and the fish itself and some potatoes.
For people who don't speak French.
Mirepoix is a combination of carrot, onion, and usually celery, but we're not using celery because you know how I feel about celery. And we're going to use leeks instead. So let's get started on that. So we have our water boiling, and we're just going to cut everything in, big chunks. Yeah, big chunks. Just toss that in there. Now fish cooks very quickly, so you don't actually need to add the vegetables later. You can add them in the beginning. Then we have our leek. Just going to take the first 2 layers off, give it a wash. Then we're just going to cut that.
I'll put the carrots in. Whoop.
What's going on over there?
Got slippery carrots.
And just toss that in. Yeah, and all that's left is to add the fish itself.
Now normally you would have fish bones in here, like the head, the rib cage, literally all the bones to add a little bit more flavor, but we decided not to do that today.
That's right, because you don't need to. Salmon has so much oil in it that it imparts so much of its distinctive flavor that it's actually not necessary. All I'm doing is taking the skin off of the salmon. You can leave it on, but I like to take it off.
Right. You can sound off in the comments if there's even comments somewhere. I think on YouTube about should we be putting bones in there or not? I don't know. Hot topic.
Well, so this soup was made with a combination of fish. Any kind of white fish would go really well in this. Branzino would go very well. You can really play with it. It doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna cut that into 1-inch cubes. And then I'm gonna dice it one more time. Again, perfection is not necessary in this dish. It's a soup. You can have fun with it. For this, you're gonna add this towards the end of the cooking process because it doesn't take long to cook at all. Thank you.
All right. I'm gonna put this on the side over here. We're gonna let that come to a boil, and we're gonna show you the next step in the process of curing lox.
So it's been curing for about a day, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna wash the fish, and then we're gonna add our seasoning to it.
Now, you could technically make any flavor you want.
Yes, at our restaurant called Lox, we have 5 distinctive varieties. We have grapefruit and gin, we have sake and ginger, we have pastrami lox, we have vodka dill, and we have our classic double smoked lox. Today we're going to show you how to make our vodka dill. It's exactly what it sounds like. We're going to put some dill and we're going to put some vodka on it.
Do I take out all the salt? I forgot.
Yeah, all of it.
Out of the pan?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to be aggressive with the dill here because you want to completely cover it. Just take the dill off the stems and toss those stems into your soup. Okay, now I'm just going to give it...
I gotta wash salmon.
Thank you. So we're just going to cut that dill nice and fine.
Dry this a little bit. Got the salmon nice and dry, and it is ready for seasoning.
Yes, so we have...
Secret ingredient. Don't drink it.
Vodka. I don't drink anyway. So all we're going to do is we're going to just pour some of that vodka and massage it a little bit. You don't want to overdo it, but you know, a good amount. Yes, get the elbows in there. Okay, that's it. And now, all we're gonna do is we're gonna completely cover Okay, so now that the vegetables have been cooking for a while, we're gonna add our potato.
Potato.
Just gonna dice that.
About medium-sized cubes.
Yeah, something like that. Okay.
I remember when I was learning to cook, the chefs were so strict about everything being the same size, we had to use rulers.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
No, we're not. There's no need for that.
No, there really is no need.
Fancy schmancy, just showing off.
I mean, it does cook evenly, but...
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Once we get our potatoes diced, we're gonna throw those in the pot. Then after that, all we have to do is just add in our salmon, and then we let that cook.
Yeah, and that's it. That's all there is to it. Add these potatoes in here. So we're just gonna add a little bit of salt.
A little bit of pep.
Yeah, maybe more than a little bit of pepper.
Okay.
That's good.
Say one.
And now we're going to add our fish. The potatoes have been cooking for about 10 minutes, so we're just gonna finally finish it off with our fish. Cook that for about 6 to 7 minutes, and then you have ucha. Okay, so we added the fish, and now we're going to show you the last step in making lox.
All right, so we have our lox here that's been curing for 2 days, and now we're going to show you exactly what to do with it. We have our finished product. As you can see,
It has become a little bit firmer. That's what the salt is going to do.
beautiful.
That's what you want.
Perfect.
Underneath, it's all going to be very...
2 days that took, can you believe it?
Yeah, I can. And all we're going to do, I'm just going to show you guys how to cut it. And it's not very difficult. So there are 2 sides to this. There's the belly and the shoulder. The belly and the shoulder are equal, but the belly is a little bit fattier, so we like to cut from the belly. And we're going to show you both cuts. So it's very, very simple. All you're going to do
This out of the way.
is you're going to take your knife and you're going to cut either towards yourself or away from yourself. Just want to cut that first layer off because that first layer is extremely salty and you don't want that.
You can nice it off. Really, the way you cut it, just kind of gently press your knife against the salmon and move kind of at a slight angle down.
Yes, that's right. We're just going to lay that out. Just like that. You want to go thin, because thin is better, always.
Beautiful. Let the knife do the work. Don't try it too hard. Just kind of work with the salmon.
Yes, that's right.
Now they do have like specific knives for this, but you don't need that. You don't need to spend the money on that.
No, you don't. It's actually my dad that likes it like that. So now we're going to cut from the shoulder. Both delicious. It really just depends on how much fat you like.
Yeah, I personally like the more fattier ones. I think it has more flavor.
Yes, me too. But you know, some people like it more delicate.
Yeah, done. Of course, you can eat this, you know, however you like, on a bagel with a schmear, or you can put it on some potatoes, or you can put it on a cracker. You can just eat it just the way it is, like sushi, if you wanted to. It's really up to you.
Yeah, you are the master of your lox.
It's your world. What did Bob Ross always say?
I don't know. What did he
It's
say?
your world. You're the one living in it.
That's
Do what
right.
you like. There we have it. Beautifully, expertly sliced lox.
Okay, so now we're just gonna plate our soup. It's been cooking for a while now.
Mmm. Smells like winter morning.
It does smell very good. Make sure you get a nice amount of fish.
Bring this a little closer to you.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Some more carrots.
Some more vegetables. Beautiful.
Yes. And then we're just gonna top that off with a little sour cream. Yeah. Give it a mix. Yeah. And where would this soup be without a little bit of dill?
Just a sprinkling.
Yes. And a little bit of black pepper. And there you have it. The beautiful salt-cured lox with vodka and dill. And you have a beautiful ucha, fisherman soup. I hope you guys enjoyed watching us. I hope you learned something today. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Chef Elon.
I'm Chef Tolan.
And this has been
Keeping It Kosher.